This is Mina Barsoom with cdocs.com, and welcome to the tip of the day. Today I'd like to talk a little bit about remote control, and specifically when we're talking about CEREC. So the biggest thing for me in my practice is I like doing all of my designs remotely from my desk. A couple of reasons for doing that. It allows me to sit at my desk and not in front of the patient. Sometimes for new users that could be a little bit stressful if a patient is right next to you as you're designing a crown. But for me, it gives me an opportunity to go back to my office. I can sit comfortably. I don't have to wear a mask and a shield like I am in the operatory, and then I can take care of the design all done remotely. So I'll kind of walk you through a little bit of what I do in terms of how my office is set up and some of the tools that I use in order to do this. This will be part of a two-part video series, and today I just want to introduce the concept of remotely controlling your CEREC and doing all of your designs from your desk. So when we look at the modern CEREC practice, and this is just a snapshot of what my practice looks like, but many of your offices might be similar to this. Today I think everything centers around one specific piece of equipment called the hub. Now, what is the hub? The hub is essentially a data storage device that helps synchronize all of the cases, all of your CEREC cases between different devices. So, for example, you may have an OmniCam and a Prime Scan, or perhaps even a design station, and you might want to be able to synchronize all those cases. The hub does that for us, so I can access any case from any device remotely. Future applications of the hub are going to include Codexis storage as well for your cone beam images, and then a nice workflow between the cone beam and the scanner to create your surgical guides. So starting with the hub, we can move forward and look at how everything synchronizes together. So let's say you have an older OmniCam, for example, in your office, and maybe an MCX or a two-motor milling machine like most offices did many years ago when we first started. That's where I started in my practice. You may decide in the future to upgrade and add an MCXL. For example, a Speedfire. So now you want to start doing dry milling of zirconia and then sintering in your office. All of that's going to be controlled through the hub. So the cases go to the hub, they're sent to the milling machines from the hub. Everything is synchronized that way. If I decide to add another scanner, let's say you have an associate, maybe you want to have two scanners for each of one for each doctor, you may then go ahead and add the Prime Scan. Again, that's all synchronized back to the hub as well. The nice thing that I think a lot of people don't realize is there is an option called a design station. Now, all that is CEREC software on a computer without a scanner. So it gives you the full control of all the CEREC software, so I can scan with my OmniCam or my Prime Scan. It synchronizes to the hub, and then that separate computer accesses the case, and I can use that to design the case remotely. What that does for us in our office is it frees up our scanner to see the next patient. We use our Prime Scan to do a lot of full arch scans and things like that, so it's nice to be able to free it up so one of my assistants can take a scan for a whitening tray or something like that while I'm doing my design on the design station. Again, all of that is controlled via the hub. And then when you're ready to add a third milling machine, which is what we have, you can add the Prime Mill. Again, now I can take any case from any machine, design it on any system, and send it to any of the milling machines, and all that's kind of controlled directly through that hub. So in my office, for example, this is what it looks like in our operatory. We do all of our designs remotely. So here's my Prime Scan in the operatory. I'm not even in the room. I'm sitting at my desk designing this case. And the way we set it up here is we have a separate display for the patient, and now the patient can watch in real time as I'm designing their case. That does a lot for the patient. It creates a little bit more value for the case. They can see their tooth being made in front of them. It helps elevate the experience so that they can feel engaged and involved in the case. So again, just all simple things, and I'll show you how to do that in the next video with very simple software. Here I am at my desk. You can see here, all I'm doing is just sitting at my computer. I'm even using a Mac, so it doesn't matter which computer you're using with the software that I have, and I can design the case directly. You can see with my left hand, I'm using a special space mouse, and that lets me manipulate the model with my left hand while I apply the tools and design the case with my right hand with the mouse. So again, I'll talk about all of this in the next video, but I just wanted to give you a brief overview of the process. The two products we're going to talk about next are going to be a remote desktop software called Splashtop, and then a 3D mouse called the Space Mouse by 3D Connection. So in the next video, I'll get into more details about these two products. Hopefully this was helpful, and we look forward to seeing you next time. Take care.